Hello gamers, welcome to TamilPCGaming. இது Kingdom Come Deliverance II பகுதி 2 பார்ட் 1. 2-3 நாளைக்கு முன்னாடி போட்டிருப்பேன். பார்க்குறவங்க போய் பார்த்துக்கோங்க. பிளேலிஸ்ட் போட்டிருக்கேன். யூடியூப்பில் போனீங்கன்னா பிளேலிஸ்ட்டில் Kingdom Come Deliverance 2ங்கிற பிளேலிஸ்ட்டில் இருக்கும். பார்ட் 1 போய் பாருங்கள். ஓகே, ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாமா? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எபிசோடில் என்ன எதோட முடிச்சிருந்தோம்னா, நம்மளுக்கு அடிபட்டு அந்த சிஸ்டரோட வீட்டில் தங்கியிருந்தோம். இன்னும் அங்கே தான் இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஆமாம், அந்த வீட்டில் தான் இருக்கும்.
Damn! His wound is still bleeding. I better
இந்த இது வேற மறைச்சிட்டு இருக்குது. இதை க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இதை ஓப்பன் பண்ணிக்கலாம். பேண்டேஜ் எங்கே இருக்கு? ப்ளீடிங் ஆகிட்டு இருக்கு.
bandage it up quick before I bleed out.
சாப்பிட்றதுக்கு என்ன இருக்கு? ஒன்றுமே இல்லை. இதுல இருந்து எடுத்து சாப்பிடுவோம்.
That's really good. Aye, true bliss is a full belly.
இன்னொரு தடவை சாப்பிடுவோம்.
There's a water trough in front of the hut. Have a wash there, so you're fit to face the world.
வெளியே பக்கெட்ல தண்ணி இருக்கு. மூஞ்சி கழுவ சொல்றான்.
I feel like a new man. I did what you asked.
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry. I had to pour a whole Lethean potion into you last night. That's what I call medicine. It can either put a dead man back on his feet or make sure he never gets up again. So consider yourself lucky.
I will. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can.
You owe him, all right. I've got a bit of that Lethean potion left. It ought to work wonders on him, same as on you. But I can't just give it to him now. First, we have to deal with that fever. The best and fastest remedy for that is chamomile decoction. Luckily, it ain't too hard to brew, but we'll need some fresh sage for it. And, of course, chamomile. You ought to be able to manage that. You've got young legs and eyes, and I reckon a bit of a stroll would do you good.
Easy as pie. I can do that. Ma used to put sage in sauces and served it with meat. I'll check the kitchen.
Christ wounds! Try thinking with your head and not your stomach. We need freshly picked sage, not some dried herb, so listen up. Sage has a purple blossom and chamomile has white petals with a yellow center. At the back of the hut, there's a footpath leading up to the rocks. You go along there till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both of them there.
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that corpse in my yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I understand. It makes me anxious too. Maybe I could manage to bury him somewhere. Or at least hide him somewhere further off in the woods.
The Lord be praised. I'd be truly glad of that. Do you feel up to it, laddie? You ain't in the best of shape, and digging a grave's a tough job, even for a healthy fella.
True. I might have been a bit hasty. But leaving him lying around here doesn't seem like a good idea.
And it ain't either. But what can I do? I'll have to take care of it with Pavlena when she gets back. Of course, if it bothers you and you feel up to it, grab the spade by the dung pile and bury him by the creek. The soil will be softer there, so it should be easier. When you head out the gate, follow your nose. Find a good spot somewhere in the reeds and nettles.
Yeah. I'll see whether I'm up to it.
Take the spade. Apple.
Well, seems Bujana isn't some quack. She's got a damn good setup here.
Take the spade. Spade எங்க இருக்கு? Spade. இந்த ரூமுக்குள்ள இருக்கா?
Damn, shoulder still hurts like hell. Maybe now it'll tell me when it's gonna rain.
இந்த செடியை தான் எடுக்கணுமா என்ன? சேஜ்.
Purple flower, sage. There we go.
We received 8 sage. என்னாச்சு? அவ்வளோதான், எல்லாத்தையும் எடுத்தாச்சு. இன்னும் வேற ஒன்று நடக்கணும். இதான் நினைக்கிறேன். இது இல்லையா?
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's?
யாரோ வந்திருக்காங்க. நம்ம சைடு தான் வந்திருக்காங்களா?
I should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
வெப்பனா? இங்க இருக்கு வெப்பன். கோடாலி தான் அப்போதைக்கு.
That wasn't too hard, was it? It would have been easier if you'd told us the truth from the start. It's your own doing. And
There's that piece of shit! You're done for!
ஐயோ,
Sick 'em, Growler.
வெப்பன் எப்படி எடுக்கிறதுன்னு மறந்துட்டேங்க.
Go fuck yourself! You're no match for us, fucker! Kurva! Come on then!
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's?
ரைட் சைடு யாரோ அமுக்கணும்.
I should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
எப்படி எடுக்கிறது? இதுல எப்படி வந்தா எடுக்கணும்?
Want to burn my home down for it?
see now, that wasn't too hard, was it? It would have been easier if you'd told us the truth from the start. It's your own doing. And what
லெஃப்ட்
happened
சைடு
then?
ரைட்
Where's
சைடு
that
யாரும் இல்லை
pair?
லெஃப்ட் சைடு
Talk or things
யாரோ
will get
மீன்ஸ்
nasty.
ஜாய்ஸ்டிக்கில் லெஃப்ட் கும்பிடாகும்
One of them's lying inside.
I'll
Well,
kill
what
He's
you.
got a fever. He won't be
Kill
no
you.
use to you.
Prepare to
Come,
fight.
Growler.
You want to try me? You had enough yet?
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's?
அவனுங்களை கொல்ல முடியலையே பேசாம சரண்டர் ஆயிடலாமா என்ன
Should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
See now, that wasn't too hard, was it? It would have been easier if you told us the truth from the start. It's your own doing. And what happened then? Where's that pair? Talk or things will get nasty.
He's a noble, but that'll be the fever.
There's
talking.
that piece of
He don't
shit.
look like my
You're
lord.
done for.
Well, a
There's that
noble,
piece
you
of
say?
shit. You're
You'd
done
better get
for.
his lordship fixed up. Then
You know...
you're forgetting you ever seen him.
Oh, bleeding, are we? Want me to give your... Take that.
I'm on.
That's that bastard for sure! You're dead! Dead!
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's?
கோடாலி அடிக்கவே வர மாட்டேங்குது பிளாக் பண்ணி
Some weapon at
பிளாக்
hand,
பண்ணி
in
அடிக்கணும்
case there's any foul play.
Torch this hovel with you inside it, you old witch!
The young fellow came here at night and got into a fight with your man. What could I do? A weak cold woman. They kill a fella outside my door, they threaten me, and now you want to burn my home down for it.
See now, that wasn't too hard, was it? It would have been easier if you told us the
ஓகே
truth from the
பிளாக் பண்ணி
start.
அடிக்கணும்
It's your own doing. And what happened then? Where's that pair? Talk or
There's
things
that
will
piece
get
of
nasty.
shit. You're done for.
One of them's lying.
Come, Growler.
Fuck this.
எப்படி ஃபைட்டு கதையை முடிச்சாச்சு
Mixed up in all sorts of nonsense at my age.
பாவங்க சிஸ்டர்
Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Who do you think they were?
I don't know what you heard, but when they turned up, they found that dead fella and recognized him as one of theirs. So, they must be with that brute who caught up with you here yesterday. Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Your friend was talking in delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I am the Queen of Seba. You deserve to know the truth. I can't tell you. உண்மையை சொல்லாமா உண்மையை சொல்லிடலாமா எனக்கே உண்மை என்னன்னு தெரியாது. ஏன்னா நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பார்ட் விளாடலை, ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டாக செகண்ட் பார்ட் விளாண்டுட்ருக்கேன்.
Well, I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Kobyla, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trusky to deliver a message from Sir Hanish of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord Bombergov. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond, and you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them. Except I have 2 fresh corpses in my yard.
Don't worry. I reckon I've still got a bit of strength left. I ought to be able to manage it before evening.
I'd be eternally grateful to you. But be careful while you're at it. You don't want to open that wound or strain yourself.
What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
I don't have it yet. I heard a dog barking and went to see what was happening.
It's a good thing you came. But your mate needs that remedy. So go and get them herbs before it's too late.
போய் இன்னும் அந்த ரெமடிங்கிற ஏதோ ஒரு ஹெப்ஸு பறிச்சிட்டு வரணுமா? அநேகமாக அது இந்த சைடு தான் இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேங்க. காட்டு பண்ணி அடிப்போமா அதை? ஐயோ ஓடிடுச்சுங்க. ஆஹா, துன்புறுத்திட்டாங்க ஒரு மிருகத்தை. நான் அடிக்க முடியாதுன்னு நினச்சேங்க. கோடாலி வச்சு ஒரே போட்டான். பாவம். அங்கே போகுது. இப்போ நான் அடித்தது அதானா? சாரிடா. டாகு ஹார்ஸை மட்டும்தான் கூப்பிட முடியுமா? பண்ணிலாம் கூப்பிட முடியாதான்? எங்க காமிக்குது இது? மேப்ல பார்த்தே தெரிஞ்சுப்போம். இங்கே தாங்க ஏதோ காமிக்குது. பிக்சோனமல் டோன்சிமிடோ. பின் பண்ணது தானே அப்படி காமிக்குது. இல்லை எஃப் இங்கே பெட்டு. ஓகே ஓகே, இப்போ இங்கே நேராக தான் கரெக்டாக தான் போயிட்டுருக்கோம். பயங்கரமாக இருக்குங்க கிராஃபிக்ஸ். எங்கே இருக்கு? இதுவா எடுக்கணும்? இல்ல இது இல்ல, இருந்தாலும் எடுத்துக்குவோம். ஆஹா, இதான் நினைக்கிறேன். மஞ்சள் கலர்ல
I can't just go wandering around. I have a duty to Sir Hans.
ஓகே, இது எடுத்தாச்சு. இது எங்கே மார்க் ஆகிருக்கு? ஹெச் பக்கத்தில் இருக்குது. ஹெச் எங்கே இருக்குது? இதுதான் ஹெச். இங்கே தான் நின்றுருக்கேன். மஞ்சள்
I
கலர்
can't just go off and leave Hans to his fate.
என்ன வயிறு நமக்கு தான் வயிறு இப்படி தான் இருக்கா? எனக்கு சவுண்ட் வந்துச்சு. ஒருவேளை மேலே போகணுமா?
I can't leave here. I swore to protect Sir Hans, and I intend to keep my word.
ஏன்னா இதுக்கு மேலே போக மாட்டானே. இதுக்கு மேலே போக முடியல.
I could go for something to eat now.
சாப்பிட்றதுக்கு எடுத்து வச்சிருந்தனே. இப்போ பாருங்க வயிறு புரு புருன்னு கத்துது. பிரெட் இருக்கு. நாட் வேரிங்க பவுச்சா. ஒரு ஆப்பிள் ஒரு பிரெட்டு சாப்பிட்டாச்சு. ஒரு செடி பறிக்கணும். அது என்னன்னு தெரியல. அங்கே போனால் எதுவுமே காமிக்க மாட்டேங்குது. சரி போய் பார்ப்போம் என்ன சொல்கிறோன்னு பார்ப்போம். எதுவுமே காமிக்க மாட்டேங்குது. உலக்கு அது இதுன்னு இருக்கு. இந்த வழியாவே போய் பார்க்கலாம். இங்க ஏதோ காமிக்குது பாருங்க. இங்க இந்த செடியா? இதான்.
That's it. Chamomile. Right. I've got all the herbs I need. So back to Bajena on the double. The sooner Hans gets that remedy, the better.
எல்லாத்தையும் பறிச்சுட்டு இருக்கோம். எல்லாத்தையும் எடுத்தாச்சு. எடுக்கணுமா? எங்க காமிக்குது? எல்லாத்தையும் பறிச்சாச்சுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இந்த திஸ்டில்ங்கிறது 6 தான் பறிச்சிருக்கோம். 6 தான் பறிச்சிருக்கோம் போல. போய் பார்க்கலாம். மறுபடியும் சொன்னால் மறுபடியும் வர வேண்டியது. I have the chamomile and the sage.
Here. Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy. But we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
My eyes are so bad, I take me all day. But at least I can tell how to go about it.
Alright, I'll try.
Okay, நான் பண்றேன். I don't know how. ஐ ஹேவ் a little experience of alchemy. எனக்கு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸே கிடையாது, நீ சொல்லு எப்படின்னு. எனக்கு எதுவுமே தெரியாது, அதனால ஐ டோன்ட் நோ ஹவ். கொடுக்கலாம்.
I'm not sure how to do it.
I told you, I'll explain everything. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
பொறுமையா போகுது சிஸ்டர். என்ன பண்ணணும்?
Everything's prepared. There's an alchemy bench in the alcove. Go to it and we'll get started. First, go to the recipe book.
Go to the recipe book. போயாச்சு.
Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start.
ஏங்க அவன் சொன்ன இதுதானே?
You must have read it by now, surely.
இதுல இங்கிலீஷே ஒரு மாதிரியா இருக்கு. டேபிள்ஸ் ஆஃப் இன்ஸ்டன்ஸ் ஆஃப் சிக்னஸ். ஓகே, வெயிட் பண்ணியாச்சு.
All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe.
ரெசிபி தான் நான் ஒழுங்காவே படிக்கலையே. ஹெல்ப் கேட்டுருவோம் பேசாம. இதில் ஒன்றுமே இல்லைங்க. இப்போ ரீட் பண்ணி தான் ஆகணும். இதுதானா இல்லை வேறு எதாவது இருக்கான்னு தட்டு?
What's taking you so long, lad? You've got the pictures there on the shelf on the left. Just pick the right one.
ஓ, பிக்சர்ஸ் அதில் இருக்கு போல. பிக்சர்ஸ் இதில் என்ன இருக்குது? பிக்சரு ஒரு மீன் மாதிரி இருக்கு.
If you don't remember what goes in there, look in the book again.
புக்கை தான் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கிறேன். பேரே ஒழுங்கா தெரிலைங்க.
Have you poured it in?
ஸ்பிரிட்ஸ், ஆயில், ஒயின் எதையா ஒன்று எடுத்துருவோம். போ, வாட்டர்.
So, what did you pour in there?
Water.
Why water? You were supposed to pour in wine. Empty it out and start again.
ஆஹா, ஒயின் தான் போடணும். வாங்க, எக்ஸம்க்குலாம் ரீசெட் ஆயிரும் போல.
What did you pour in there?
Don't worry, I poured wine in there. I don't make the same mistake twice.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit.
Move the cauldron down. எப்படி அது மூவ் பண்றது? ஓ, அமுக்கணும்.
Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling. You mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flame. Try it. Move the cauldron up. Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked. Put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand. Right, let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
எங்க இருக்கு chamomile? இப்ப நான் எடுத்ததெல்லாம் open ஆக மாட்டேங்குது.
What are you waiting for? Throw in that chamomile.
எங்க இருக்கு இப்போ நான் எடுத்தது? இங்க இருக்கு பாருங்க. chamomile.
Have you dropped the chamomile in? Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every
Self on
grain
the
of
right
sand
and turn
counts.
it pressing. Self on the right. Idan sand glass.
See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again. Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames. All right. Now, take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
Take a handful of sage from the bag and press A to drop it. எங்க வர மாட்டேங்குது. அமுக்குனா.
Have you got it ground?
எங்க இருக்கு அது? drop it into the mortar below. Mortar, இங்க இருக்கு mortar. இதெல்லாம் புது வார்த்தையா இருக்குங்க. mortar இதெல்லாம் நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம். grind பண்ண அரைக்கிறதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
Get on with it. Grind the sage so we can get this finished. Have you ground it? Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron. You don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it. Get a phial and pour it in.
Pail from the shelf on the left and select. அந்த இருக்கு pail. Select holding A to distill. Take the pail and select the return located in the cauldron by hold.
Why haven't you decanted it? You'll find the phial below on the left. Done. Now, let's see what you've brewed.
Whoa.
Here it is.
Oh, by the smell of it, it's a chamomile decoction the way it should be.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
Well, if you feel up to it, I'd be right grateful to you if you was to rid me of them damn corpses what's lying there the whole time.
Sure. I'll do the best I can.
When you're done with that, go get some sleep. You won't miss anything, and you need the rest after everything that happened.
Sleep until morning. என்னங்க எவ்வளவு நேரம் தூங்கணும்லாம் கேக்குதுங்க. 1 மணி நேரம் தூங்குனா பாருங்க எவ்வளவு இதாகுது. இப்ப நிறைய நேரம் தூங்குவோம். You can't sleep anymore. 12 மணி நேரம் அப்படியே தூங்கிட்டேவா இருப்போம், எந்திரிச்சிருவோம்ல. அது தெரியல எனக்கு. சரி கொடுத்து பார்க்கலாம். இதாயிருச்சு. 12 மணி நேரம்னா
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
First part விளையாடவே இல்லை. Flashback தெரிஞ்ச வரை அவங்க அப்பா அம்மா கொண்ட மாதிரி காமிச்சாங்க.
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine, and I plan to take everything.
Rotten hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
The stronger dog fucks the bitches, and war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it as a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise. Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Hans? He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Better than yesterday.
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you.
The meter.
In your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
What strikes you as the most important part of your dream? My father's sword. ஆமா அதுதானே காமிச்சானுங்க. My father, a beautiful maiden. It was just a dream. It doesn't mean anything. சொல்லிடுவான் உண்மை. My father's sword.
The sword. The last thing Pa forged before they murdered him. It might sound strange, but I feel his soul won't find peace until that sword is back in our family.
It doesn't sound strange at all. And swords are a symbol of kings. It could mean power and responsibility, or war and ruin. After all, a sword has two edges, and it depends who's wielding it.
I don't. After all, a sword has two edges. It depends on who wielding it. Oh, swordக்கு ரெண்டு edges இருக்கும். Okay. Thank you. I think about it.
Thanks, Pavlina. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once.
Will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
Increasing Henry's levels will also give you perk points. You can use them to unlock other abilities and upgrades. The list of perks can be close பண்ணிட்டானுங்க.
I need something to eat.
மறுபடியும் சாப்பிடணுமாடா? ஆமா, நம்ம சாப்பிடப்ப தூங்கி எந்திரிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் யாரா தான் சாப்பிடுவோம். என்ன சாப்பிடு, கேட்கவே கூடாது நீ வேற அப்புறம். காலி ஆயிடுச்சுங்க. என்னங்க 3 ஸ்பூன் தானங்க சாப்பிட்டேன். போச்சு அந்த பயங்கரமா இருக்குங்க. யாருங்க இது? ஓ, எப்பறா இருக்கு?
Look who's finally up. Henry, come and join us.
Okay.
Good morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking. Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bajena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the 3rd time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The 3rd time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
ஒரு நிமிஷம், இது கரெக்டான கலர் வச்சிடலாம். ஒயிட்டே எல்லாருக்கும் கரெக்டாக இருக்கும் தானே? எல்லா ஸ்க்ரீனுக்கும் தெளிவாக தெரியும் தானே? ஒயிட் ஸ்க்ரீன் ஏதாவது திடீர்னு ஒயிட் கலரில் இருந்துச்சுன்னா தெரியாது. ஒயிட்டு, ரெட்டு இருக்குது, க்ரீன் இருக்குது, ப்ளூ இருக்குது, பிளாக் இருக்குது, கஸ்டம் கூட இருக்குது. Now, Henry, don't make your head. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds. Sir Han was captured by commands to cut a long story short. First one.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
கிரீன் கலர் ஒரு மாதிரியா இருக்கு. Humans, brutal cutthroats, mercenaries from Hungary. எனக்கு எதுனே தெரியல, ஏதாவது ஒன்று கொடுத்துடுவோம்.
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands. The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
ஒன்னொன்னா கேள்வி கேட்குறாங்க. To cut a long story short, how Sir Hans took an arrow.
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
But I reckon you paid off the part of the debt to the other guys, sir. How did you get there? Cutthroat, thanks for getting me here.
Yeah, true. I'll never forget you for dragging me all the way here from the lake.
You're quite welcome. The Lords of Lipa do not leave their friends in the lurch.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you. For your journey.
Oh, Bajena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe. We can't manage without it.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bajana.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskowitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first time.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
What about the rest of our company? We have to go back for more. ஆமாங்க நம்ம டாக்கு நாய்க்கு பார்த்தே ஆகணும்.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I'd known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
He's long since over the hills and far. I saw him. You don't believe me? No, it sounds strange.
I tell you, I saw him there.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. You're still my protector, though. So you need a weapon right away. Here you go. You never know.
Where you did get it?
Where'd you get it?
I found it in the dung pile. Must have belonged to the fellow I brawled with that night we got here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
ரொம்ப நன்றிங்க உயிரை காப்பாத்துனது. செம்மையா இருக்கு ஸ்டோரி. பயணம் தொடருதா? டீப் சில்வர் பிரசன்ஸ். ஓ இப்போதான் கேமே ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகுது. வார் ஹார்ஸ் ஸ்டுடியோஸ் ப்ரொடக்ஷன். ஒரு எபிசோடு ஃபுல்லாக விளாண்டுருக்கோம். இப்போதான் இது போடுறாங்க பாருங்க. லீட் அனிமேட்டர். இவன் ஒருத்தங்க பொண்ணுங்களை பார்த்தாலே வாயை பிளந்துடுறான்.
I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed.
இடத்துக்கு வந்துட்டோம்.
Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
என்னது இவ்வளோ இதாக இருக்கு? முரட்டால ஒருத்தன் வர்றான் போல.
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am?
No, we fucking don't. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai.
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, envoy.
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send 2 vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Your shitty hands off me! No, wait. Wait, one moment!
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
என்ன பண்ண போறோம்?
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You tried to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? Oh, I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நம்ம ட்ரெஸ் மாத்தணும், இதுதான் முக்கியம்.
Well, the first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're going to need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Bajena's. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers. What is it?
That's that woman from the pond.
Or the one you gave us away for?
I bear that witch. Wench!
What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment. I heard
Doesn't half taste
talk
good
about
today.
the captain.
Oh?
Cold.
What was that? Daddy's wounded.
Oh, hi. Poor Captain Thomas might need to get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Lord Frontenac is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then.
But the stuff's
I'll be right.
undrinkable. Leave it out. Once you got
Are
through
you
the first
blind?
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
I'm no latrine cleaner.
Oh, sorry. It's just that you smell like one. And where am I supposed to know you from?
We saw each other at the pond. We were attacked by bandits.
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
You were attacked at the pond. You, some other women, and so were we as it happened.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Please, I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the King's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. You'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Scallies.
Never heard of it. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathouse wench.
Will Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Who is this Samin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort and the village belong to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family, and his son's called Olda, and it's him who's getting hitched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Is that all you know about the wedding?
What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to being a guest and having someone serve me for a change.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Aye, coming right up.
ஓகே, அந்த வெட்டிங்கை பற்றி ஃபுல்லாக கேட்டு முடிச்சாச்சு. எங்கே போய் தொலைஞ்சான் அவன்? இங்கே தான் உட்காண்ட்ருக்கான் பாருங்க. காசு நம்மள்ட்ட இல்லாத அளவுக்கு வாங்கி சாப்பிட்டுட்டு அதையும் அவன் சாப்பிடாம பியரை மட்டும் வாங்கி வாங்கி குடிக்கிறான். இவனால் வந்ததுங்க எல்லாம். பொண்ணுங்களை பார்த்தோன்னே ஓடுனா திடுத்துடுன்னு. நம்ம ஆளுங்களை எல்லாத்தையும் போட்டு தள்ளிட்டானுங்க. பார்க்கறது அப்படியே. யாரை சொன்னான் அவன்? யாரோ போய் பார்க்க சொன்னான். இவங்களா இருக்குமோ? இவங்கள்ட்ட பேச முடியல. இங்க ஒருத்தர் தனியா நின்றுருக்காரு. God bless.
You're not the fella who's supposed to carry the sacks, are you?
ஆமா, இவன்ட்ட. What are you standing here for?
What are you standing here for?
I'm waiting. I'm paid to transport loads, not to haul them on my back. The cart won't unload itself, will it?
Well, that's a stroke of luck. I'm just looking for a job myself.
How about I haul those sacks? It's all the same to me. Go and talk to the innkeeper about it.
And she stamps and bites when she's upset.
Did the innkeeper send you for the sacks?
வண்டியில தான் எங்கோ போய் பார்சல் கொடுக்க சொன்னா.
Good harvest. Bloody work. Nothing but waiting. How much longer am I going to have to wait?
What if you let the boat load that in the butcher and then roll it?
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down. Let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, a nobleman, is marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's the talk of the region. It's invitation only, of course. But maybe we could wangle our way in somehow.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
Well, I don't exactly have a plan, actually.
God's hat, do I have to do all the thinking for us? I suppose we could stand at the side of the road and wait for Von Bergov to pass.
Oh, I'd say the wedding's a much better bet.
We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
All right, I understand. I'll carry them by myself.
I'm glad you know your place.
Although, a couple of sacks wouldn't kill you, eh?
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
So, which do I belong to?
Good question. Before I'd have said you were a peasant, but it turned out that you're a noble's bastard. And you're pretty handy with a sword. And you've even been in a monastery.
I'd rather forget about that.
You're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty with labour, it wouldn't be such an offence against divine order as in my case. Pure blood, noble status and that. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
I'm on it.
Thanks again for accepting it with humility. And fear not, friend. I'll repay the favor.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
That would be kind of you.
I knew you'd be pleased.
ஓகே கேம் சேவ்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு. இந்த எபிசோட் இதோட முடிச்சுக்கலாங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட் எபிசோடு இன்னைக்கு நைட்டு நான் சாப்பிட்டதுக்கப்புறம் மறுபடியும் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடுவேன். நைட்டு ஃபுல்லாக இன்னைக்கு விளாட்லாம், ஏன்னா நாளைக்கு லீவு தான். ஃபுல்லாக விளாட்லாம்.
If you ain't here to carry, clear off.
சூப்பராக இருக்குல்ல கிராஃபிக்ஸு, பயங்கரமாக பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. எத்தனை வருஷம், 2018 ஒர்க் பண்ணியிருக்கானுங்க. மினி ஆர்டிஆர் மாதிரியே இருக்குங்க. அப்பா சொல்லக்கூடாது, கொஞ்சம் நல்லாவே பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. ஆர்டிஆர் கிட்டத்தட்ட ஆர்டிஆரோட கொஞ்சம் இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட்ஸ் பண்ணி கொஞ்சம் நல்லாவே பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. ஆனால் அந்த கிராஃபிக்ஸ் நல்லா ஆர்டிஆரோட பயங்கரமாக பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. ஆனால் அந்த பிசிக்ஸு அதெல்லாம் அவ்வளோவா மேக்ஸிமம் ஒர்க் பண்ணல. ஒரு சில இடத்துல பிசிக்ஸ் நல்லா பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, ஆனால் ஒரு சில இடத்துல அவ்வளோவா பண்ணல. ஆனால் பயங்கரமாக பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. எப்படி இருக்கு பாருங்க, செம்மையாக இருக்கு. சரி ஓகே, நெக்ஸ்ட் நைட்டு பார்க்கலாம். ஒரு 10 o'clock ஸ்டார்ட் ஆயிரும். அப்புறம் நாளைக்கு மார்னிங் இயர்லியாகவே ஸ்டார்ட் ஆயிரும். நாளைக்கு ஃபுல்லாக லைவ் தான், இந்த கேம் தான்.